What's up, y'all? It's your girl Maury, and I am back with another hairstyle. Today we will be installing this 7x5 highlight deep wave wig from Amazon. But before we get into this video, I need you guys to hit that subscribe button, like this video up, and talk to me in the comments. So I'm starting out with my HD wig cap. I did go ahead and lay my edges down, get everything slicked back so we can be able to protect our edges. And now I'm just fitting the cap on my head. Once I have the cap nice and fit, I'm going to go in with my Ruby Kisses cream foundation. I believe I use shade number 11, and I'm really just only putting this in the middle and on the front of the cap because it's only a 7x5, so we don't really need to do the makeup ear by ear. I was looking for a new look. I needed a quick change. I was tired of the black hair, so I decided to just hurry up and order this wig. So now that my wig cap is done, I did end up doing the ball cap method just because, as you can see, the wig is a little snug and tight. So I will say that about this wig, it's really not big head friendly, or if you have a lot of hair, do your braids a little smaller. I'm going in with this Dola melting spray that I also ordered off of Amazon. Everything that I use in this video, of course, I will be linking it below in the description box. But I laid on about 2 layers of this spray and made sure that it was dry and tacky. Although we're not doing the full process of fully gluing it down, we still want it to be laid. And I'm also just going to take my blow dryer and blow it on there maybe for about maybe like 5 minutes. I just kept filling it to make sure that the glue was all dry because we need this lace to melt. Like I mentioned before, it's not big head friendly. The cap itself, the wig came really small, but I did, do some things to make it work. Now that the glue is all dry and tacky, I am going to go ahead and press that lace into the glue. I'm just making sure that I'm measuring everything out right. So if you see me picking it up and putting it back down, I just wanted to make sure it was symmetrical as possible to my head, and then just making sure that the lace is laying in the glue. I'm just taking my fingers, smoothing it in, and pressing it down into that glue. Once I feel like the lace is laid how I want it to lay, I'm going to go back in with that melting spray, and I'm just putting a little bit on my fingers and also pressing it into the lace. I did these extra steps because, again, it is small and I don't want the wig to be sliding back. Also, if you do decide to do this step, make sure you take your blow dryer and make sure that glue is fully dry before you go ahead and put that band on, which will be my next step. I'm just going to make sure blow the blow dryer on there for a little while to make sure that glue is dry and it's not tacky, and then put my band on. While I'm banding and letting the lace melt into the glue, I'm going to go ahead and do my middle part. I thought about doing a side part, but due to, like, the tightness of the wig and everything, I just figured, a middle part always eats. So I'm just going to go ahead and perfect my part and make sure it's in the middle as much as possible. Of course, I'm going to go back in and make sure it's centered and everything once I take the wig band off. But this is just to speed up the process and, work smarter, not harder. Now that I have my desired middle part, I am going ahead and taking that extra step, and I'm just sectioning off the front two sides of this wig, and I'm gonna go in with my wax stick and my hot comb to flatten the roots. This is just important, especially with curly hair. Sometimes the wigs can come bulky. If the hair is really thick and full, it can look bulky. And just taking a little bit of your wax stick and hot comb just to get them roots laid down and real smooth, it'll just give you a flawless install. You won't have like a lumpy thick wig and it just won't look weird. I always make sure I do this. I do this with all my wigs, but especially with the curly hair wigs. You're gonna see the difference as I go along, and it's just gonna make it lay flat and look nice and clean and uniform. Tryna squeeze into my true religion that Celebrity don't wanna say it like I don't buy it with the say it like He said the body unbelievable. Can't trust that bigger than a diamond. I keep it juicy. I eat that lunch. She keep that booty. She keep that plump. Then that's beauty. Yeah. If you could see it from the front, wait till you see it from the back. Bring that ass over, Doja, bring it back. I'm a big dog tryna eat the kitty cat. I'ma slide in the way it fit. I can tell we match. All about my racks, hella cheese, I don't for rats. Big crib in Hollywood, I don't even that. Come relax, let it attack. Cause you wanna act, take a look. With the pop, wipe the pain away. You see, and it's tighter than a virgin like McDonald's. As you can see, putting the hot comb to the roots of your wig makes a big difference. It allows it to lay flat. It lays down all the flyaways and things like that. One thing I will say about this wig, the only complaint that I actually have about it is that the actual wig cap is too small, and I don't even know if I did my braids too thick or if it's just a small wig. I do have a big head along with a lot of hair. I've never really had that problem before, so I'm just chucking it up to the wig is small. But other than that, look at this hair. It's so thick. It's so full. I love the tone of the highlights. I love how they place the highlights. It's a very pretty and affordable wig. I did have my band on for about like 45 minutes, and now I'm going to go in and cut the lace off. I start off by just cutting it in the middle. I like to just cut it off in sections, so I just cut it through the middle, and then I'm just going to take my eyebrow razor and take my time to carve out a decent amount and a good hairline to where the wig looks as natural as possible. And sometimes you can use scissors to actually cut the lace, but it's just easier for me with the eyebrow razor. After I cut the lace off, I like to go in with my shears and just cut off any extra rickety pieces that's just sticking up or that the eyebrow razor really didn't cut off, just to make it look a little more clean. And then I'm gonna go in one more time with that melting spray just to make sure that the excess lace or the edge of the lace, the hairline, is laying down and that glue is laying nice And then I'm gonna go in. I didn't go in with the Ruby Kisses foundation. I actually took my regular like contour brush, makeup brush, because it is just a shade darker and a little more bronzer. I like to use that on the actual hairline once I cut the lace off. It just gives more of a natural look, blends with my skin tone better. And I also have a tan right now, so some of my, my skin is a little bit darker, so I just use the contour brush. I didn't add any extra product. I just used whatever product that was already on there, and as you can see, the lace is laying down. I am gonna go ahead and get that middle part centered and clean up my part before I go ahead and throw a band back on for about another 30 minutes. I did this because I put the band on again to make sure that the lace is melted, but also I really wanted to make sure that the wig was not going anywhere because it was small and I just didn't want it sliding back or anything like that. So I decided to band again for another 30 minutes. While I'm letting the wig band sit on my hair and do a second melt, I'm gonna go ahead and just spray my hair down with water to bring those curls back. I really don't need to do it to the back because the curls are already there, but I just did it throughout the whole head just to bring the curls back to life from me combing and styling it and everything like that. Once again, the hair is really soft. It was 180% density, but it felt way thicker than that. 24 inches, great length. I just was in awe of this wig. I did go ahead and use some of my mousse to the curls, and I added it to the curls this one time, and for the whole duration of me wearing this wig, never added any more mousse. It kept the curls alive. Every other day, maybe I would spray some water on it to just bring it back to life so it wouldn't look so old. But overall, I give this wig a 9 out of 10, and I really only give it a 9 because, again, I can't stress enough, it was just too small for my head. Like, I really had to make it work and tuck my hair and all of this other stuff. But other than that, great wig. It was at an affordable price. I literally ordered it, and by the next morning it was at my house. I will be putting the link to this wig down below in the description box because it did what I wanted it to do. I needed some blonde, I needed some color, I needed something quick, and it was so easy to install. I love a 7x5 wig where I don't have to do the ear to ear. I don't have to worry about all of this glue or nothing. I could just add some melting spray and go about my business. I'm really all for convenience these days because sometimes I just want a new hairstyle, but I don't want to be doing a lot of work. So I did decide to go ahead and darken the roots a little bit at the top just because I just wanted it to look a little more uniform, and I didn't want it to look like over bright. And you can also do this if you want to clean up your part. You want your part to look a little more uniform. This is the Red Kiss quick touch up little root fixer thing. Is normally used for people who's like trying to cover grays or their colors growing out, but I also like to use it on my highlighted or like light brown wigs just to give it a more dark root, make it look more natural and uniform. So that's what I'm just doing here, and it's so easy. It's just basically like a mascara spoolie, and I'm just putting it at the root where I want it to go, and I'm just taking my fingers to just like rub it in and just to blend it in with everything and make it look nice and clean. Now I'm just adding my finishing touches. I like to have my wig sit up a little bit. I don't like it to just be flat on my head, so I am going in with the wax stick and my hot comb, and I'm just gonna bring that front up and bring it alive. But yeah guys, pretty much this is the install. This was super easy to install. Look how well the lace melted into the glue. I give the melting spray, I give it a 10 out of 10. It lasted My wig didn't slide back. I went to the water park and everything, and I had no issues. The wig was stuck, okay? So this is the install. I would rate this wig a 9 out of 10. Again, can't stress it enough. The only reason why I give it a 9 is just because it was small, and I keep mentioning it because it kind of shocked me. I haven't had that problem in a while when it came to wigs. But this is a great wig, easy install. It was the change I was looking for. I love the color, the placement of the highlights and everything. Everything that I use in the wig will be in the description box below. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.